Moonriver. So, look, you'll see by the video, I think Moonriver can do well. I will say this. It's going to require a few things that I'm going to cover in this video. I think there's potential for Moonriver to do very, very well, but there is a lot of work ahead here because part and parcel of this is going to be getting the interoperability narrative back into a huge discussion point, which that element of crypto has dwindled a bit. So we'll talk about that in this video. Before I get into it though, guys, if you're new here, these are the first 26 coins that I did videos about when I made this channel. In the videos, I bought these coins. The reason for that is I expected them to make me very good money. And you can see what all of these coins were worth when I recorded all my videos and released them, as well as the highs that these coins hit less than a year and a half on. And if you had thrown in $100 into each one when I released the videos, your total profit, after just sitting on for, like say, 16, 17 months and then selling them, your total profit would have been over 123 grand, which is not bad. Now, I sold all of these and we had the market crash. Then since then, I've been buying up new coins. These are the coins that I think are going to, again, make me very good money. The coins that can 40, 50, even 100x. And I share them on my website, which is copymycrypto.com. So anytime I find one of them, I jump onto the site, I tell my members about the coin, the profits I think it can have, and the percentage of my cash I'm going to put in. And they can copy along exactly. It means they'll make the exact same profits as me. Added bonus as well, they don't have to research. They don't have to dive into the markets. They don't have to, learn about new technologies or emerging trends. They don't have to read and research all the teams in crypto, because I do all the work. Now, if that sounds good to you, pause this video, head to copymycrypto.com, see what the site's about. Everything on the site is public record. You can verify everything that you read, you watch, you see. Whether you want to just see what the members have earned, whether you want to see what I've said in the past. Did a whole course about why Phantom would 100x or more, did nearly 700x gains. When I find the next Phantom, I'm not going to create a course and put it on Udemy or anything. I'm just going to put it onto my site. No course, just telling the members. So if you want to find the next big coin, the next coin that can 100x, copymycrypto.com is where you do it. So maybe try the service out, guys. Right, Moonriver. So there's a few things here. Moonriver, first of all, launched at a terrible time, really. Launched in sort of October of 2021, or August of 2021. So peaked really, really well, and then just started dumping. The reason for that as well is we started seeing a ton of different cryptos pumping, and Moonriver kind of had its pump. So while this started dropping, everything else was pumping. But really, it only had about 4 months of the bull cycle, not really much more than that. So it didn't really experience a full-blown bull cycle. Now, Moonriver is a Ethereum-compatible smart contract parachain on Kusama. What's exciting about Moonriver is being on Kusama. What's exciting about Kusama is fundamentally the experimental chain of Polkadot. And Moonriver is the experimental chain of Moonbeam, right? So they provide it's a companion to Moonbeam where it will provide a permanently incentivized canary network. So new code will arrive at Moonriver first, where it's tested, verified under the real economic conditions of Moonriver, and once it's proven, that code is then shipped to Moonbeam on Polkadot. So what ends up being quite exciting is the innovations that you're going to see on Moonbeam and Polkadot will first arrive on Kusama and Moonriver, which is why they will experience pumps prior to a Moonbeam or prior to a Polkadot. So they provide a full Ethereum virtual machine implementation. It's Web3 compatible as APIs, and they've got bridges that connect Moonriver to all the other Ethereum ecosystems, or networks rather. So it means that developers can deploy Solidity smart contracts and dApp front ends to Moonriver with barely any changes at all. So what I like about this is, firstly, again, I think there are a few key positives, not one of which is the tiny supply. You're looking at 8.7 million Total supply will be about 11.1. That should all be out by now, really. But that'll take maybe it'll take another couple of years for the complete supply to be released, but it should mostly be out. I thought, if they got the parachain, as far as I was aware, it was a 2-year thing before everyone had to release all tokens. So maybe something has changed there. So they support the gas metering of smart contract execution. They incentivize collators and power the mechanics around the creation of a decentralized node infrastructure, which the platform can run. They facilitate on-chain governance, obviously, and they pay for network transaction fees. So the Moonriver token has a lot of utility. And overall, the ecosystem is starting to look damn good. If you want to see the NFT projects or the DeFi, I'm going to just check the DeFi. I'm not... Until I start seeing proper innovations in NFTs, I'm not overly focused on them right now. I'm a bit tired of the pictures. There will be innovations inevitably, and then I'll start paying attention again. But right now, I feel it's a bit of a lackluster space. So Moonriver's have got multiple parachains that they are interacting with here. Their node operators are some of the best in the space, Anchor being one of them. They've got plenty of bridges up and running. In terms of dev tools, there's plenty up and running on the dev tools. DApp-wise as well, there's a few. I'm not overly impressed with the DApps currently. But the DeFi is where Moonriver really shines. They're part of this, they integrate the Sushi Swap, Linear, Lido, Impossible Finance, Injective, IDEX, Dodo, Balancer, Icon, Orion, Bitcoin.com, Convergence, Ocean. These are cream as well, poker markets. Very strong DeFi ecosystem within Moonriver, and this is set to only grow. In fact, the two largest integrations the largest integration for Kusama on the Kusama network is Moonriver. The largest integration on Polkadot is the Moonbeam ecosystem. They have grown really well in a very short space of time. Now, what I would like to see and what needs to kind of happen for Moonriver, Polkadot, Kusama, Moonbeam, all of these, is a wider discussion once again about the importance of interoperability. I think that narrative will come back inevitably because it has multiple times. But as that narrative dwindled, the price actions have dwindled a bit as well. But again, I think there's going to be a huge discussion point around the importance of interoperability, because the only way the overall crypto ecosystem is going to grow is when plenty of projects are compatible with one another. And I think Moonriver has the potential to be one of those discussion points because it is so tied in with so many of Ethereum's network and so many parts of the Kusama and Polkadot ecosystems. Well, Kusama's ecosystem. Also, what's really positive about Moonriver right now is it's one of the largest for volume. It's 99th largest volume in the last 24 hours. That's a very good sign. It has kind of consistently been over the past, I would say, month. We've really started seeing volume starting to surge in Moonriver. I mean, Christmas Day randomly had $332 million going into it. Like, we saw a lot of volume around the Christmas time for Moonriver. I think that excitement is starting to build up again. What I would like to see for Moonriver now is the wider integrations that in theory can be done with other networks. It doesn't have to solely be Ethereum. There is the potential for something like a Cosmos ecosystem to be integrated. It would require a shift to the IBC protocol, but I think that's very doable, and that opens up a huge additional network that could bring tons of value to Moonriver. But I'm not a dev, so I don't know the level of work that would require, but I think that would be huge for them. The max I really think Moonriver can hit is about $500. If it does hit $500, you're looking at a market cap of 4 billion, which I don't think is outlandish. But that's going to require, again, that conversation around interoperability, that growth in Polkadot, growth in Kusama, and just some true innovations. The more that we see innovations from Kusama, the more relevant we're going to see those innovations for Moonriver, because Moonriver inevitably will be integrated with it, and then you're going to see the price action reflect the innovations and the growth. I think there's potential here, but like I say, $500 is probably the peak I would think it would hit. And to be honest, its all-time high was around $495. So if it hits 500, it's in price discovery. So then all bets are off as to what it can go to. But I think we'd be looking at around that level, unless we see huge growth, huge innovation, and huge integrations from companies with some of these big networks. Because I could see the use case for Moonriver, Kusama as the testing ground for companies before they said they wanted to try Polkadot as an example. But again, that's a big job, landing those kind of landing enterprises. But I think there's a chance. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What do you think about Moonriver? Have you used the network? How do you find it? Have you played around with the DeFi protocols that they're integrated with? Let me know in the comments down below. And guys, if you want to make the same profits as me in the next bull cycle, you can do. Head over to copymycrypto.com. That's the site I run where I share with my members every coin I own. So anytime I buy a crypto, I let my members know what crypto I'm buying, what profits it can have, what percentage of my cash I'm putting in. When I sell a coin, I let my members know what coin I'm going to sell, what percentage I'm going to sell, and again, what I'm going to do with my profits. This literally eliminates all the work for the members. They're going to make the exact same profit as me. They'll even bank profits the same time as me. And they don't have to do any research. They don't have to dive into the markets. They don't have to dive into, charts, white papers, all of that stuff. They can just copy along and, no work required. And if that sounds good to you, go to the site, see what it's about, see what the members have earned. Everything on there is public record, so you can verify it. The old videos on the channel show all of it. You can see what I said about Phantom and why it would 100x or more. You can see what I said about a DeFi protocol I was encouraging people to leave. And within like 24 hours of me putting out that video, it crashed and lost $500 million. All of it, like I said, public record. If you like what you see, guys, try the service out and I'll see you there. And that's it from me. Have a good day. Bye-bye.